Okay, so here we are in the Davis Criterium, 45 plus combined with the 55 plus. Currently, there are two guys off the field, off the front. Um, Jason Boynton from Pete's and Jason Giffrath from uh, Thirsty Bear. There's a few Pete's guys at the front that are blocking, as well as a few Thirsty Bear guys at the front that are blocking. The rest of the guys that you see at the front are pretty much the 55 plus who have no desire to chase because the two guys up the road are both 45 plus. So they were definitely motivated to stay at the front, uh, but they weren't motivated to contribute to the chase. So if we were going to bring those two guys back, it was going to be up to us. There was a few of us that had been trying in vain for most of this race to bring them back. I mean, there was a lot of breaks. I have been in a few breaks myself earlier. The two guys just ended up slipping off after multiple break attempts had been brought back, and they just timed it right and got away. And by the time we decided to start chasing, it was too late, and there was no concerted effort. At one point, Scott Fonseca and Dave Casel, Super Dave, tried to bridge across. I believe they got pretty close, but then the field chased them back. I think the Pete's guys ended up chasing them back just to keep it all back together. The break still stayed off though, so there's two guys up the road. I thought there were three guys up the road. I thought one of them was a 55. It took me a while to figure out that the 55 plus guys were all clogging up the front and weren't going to chase. And if we wanted to bring that break back, it was going to be up to me or whoever else was willing to put the work in to bring them back. So, needless to say, it didn't happen. So this race ended up being a pack sprint for third place, which is fine. I mean, that's racing. Sometimes it works out. You don't have any teammates, and you either gotta burn all your matches at the front to bring it back and then to get beat in the sprint, or you kind of take a gamble and hope that the pace stays high enough that you bring them back. And the race, in earnest here, started really picking up. The pace kind of picked up. Most of the race had been pretty kind of slow. A lot of bunching up. Luckily, didn't have any crashes. It was pretty safe. But now that we're getting towards the last few laps of this race, the pace starts picking up, and I was kind of hoping we would bring that break back, and that I would be able to at least have a chance to sprint. But I'm gonna sprint anyway because it's good practice, and there's still money pays down to 6 places. So I'm definitely gonna sprint for third place. Sometimes if a big break goes off and all the money places are up the road, sometimes I won't sprint. It just depends. Sometimes I will because it's good practice. It's good to exercise and hone that skill, because when it really does matter, then you have that pack awareness and the pack skills to be able to put yourself in position to be able to sprint. But in this case, we're still going for the money, so it's going to be on. That Touchstone rider is Chris Baker in front of me. That was the two Audi riders. That was Andrew Heineman and Scott Fonseca. They took a two-man flyer, I believe, I don't think they had a chance to bring that break back, but they were going to try to get away for the next 2 places of money. But the field was having none of it. They were chased down almost immediately. So I'm just going to sit right here and just kind of ride this wave. A lot of these guys in front of me are 55s. Jerome is 55. He's in the state championship kit, but I think that I want to say that he pre-registered in the 45s because he's well, let's just face it, he looks like he's 35 anyways. He's pretty fast. So I think we're coming on to bell lap here. I'm going to slot in behind Chris Baker because he usually likes to take an early flyer on this course. Last year he went really early. So I'm going to try to squeeze through these two guys here to stay on Baker's wheel. I kind of get crowded out by Mike Charlton there, but it's, I'm still in a good spot. The Davis guy slots in front of me. I try to get around him earlier up here. We make a left and then a quick right, and I go inside of him. Didn't like it very much. He kind of gave me a little attitude, but hey, I stuck the corner. I'm sorry, there's still one more lap to go. This isn't bell lap, so we've got one more lap to go here. This is going into bell lap here. I usually took this outside line on the last lap because I was able to hold my speed and keep pedaling, because there was like a little extra room that they made that with the fencing. They didn't keep it very narrow, they kept it wide, and then it narrowed down as you got towards the start finish line, but it did give you plenty of room to make a good turn. So now we're going towards the back side of the course. Pace is picking up. The speeds were off because of the trees. My Garmin was just all over the place with speed. There goes Super Dave Casel. He goes inside on the lefty here. So we've got I think 3 turns to go. I know that I'm way too far back to be in any contention for the sprint, so I've got to get up. So I'm going to do my inside move here. Yeah, I slide in here, but I do it. If you can stick the turn and make it safe, then that's not an unprofessional move, I don't think. The Davis guy was yelling at me, but whatever. So now we're sprinting, and I wanted to go inside here, but I got chopped, so I had to just wait, and now I'm way too far back, but I try to get up there. I sprint the best that I can, and I almost come by him, but I just run out of real estate, and I'm getting 3rd in the sprint and 5th overall. So there you have it. It was a fun day of racing.